All right, for those who don't know, fumbling women is the act of losing a girl's interest because of your own actions. Got it? All right, let's get into the video. It all started my freshman year when I pretty much started mastering the art of fumbling women. There were actually two girls in my 7th period biology class that was both on my body. No bullshit. Now, how do I know they was feeling me? Well, the first girl literally took my phone out of my hand in the gym class that we had together and just put her Snapchat on my phone. So I'm like, okay. I didn't really engage with that though, to be honest. I was more interested in her friend. She was fine as hell. So the first sign this girl threw at me was she made a comment about my eyelashes. She said, "You have really long eyelashes." Now me, I don't make comments about women I find chopped, especially details about your eyelashes. You really gotta be paying attention to somebody's features to notice their eyelashes like that. And you definitely not gonna notice it on somebody you find unattractive. You gotta be like. So that was the number one thing that she did that showed me that she was on my body. Second thing that she did, which was much more obvious. At the end of the class, you know how at the end of the class, you wait at the door, wait for the bell to ring so you can leave, walk to the bus stop and shit like that. It was a common occurrence that when this happened, we, chatted it up. We talked a little bit, right? I forgot exactly what she said, but she pretty much threw me an alley-oop to just slam that motherfucker. She essentially said, "You should take me out sometime." Or she was prompting me to ask this question. On the bus ride home, I replayed this situation in my head multiple times and finally realized what had happened. I told myself, the next day, I'm gonna say something to her. I'm finna shoot my shot. No. Days, weeks, months went by, and eventually the year ended. I didn't say shit to her. Sophomore year, she ended up getting a boyfriend.
So much pain built up deep inside.
I saw her one day in the hallway with this guy, and for some reason, I shook my head at her and stared at her long enough for both of us to make eye contact. She probably thought, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?" I mean, this is some Hall of Fame school threat behavior. I'm gonna keep it a band. I don't know what I was doing.
Gold school threat right here.
But I was shaking my head because I was disappointed in myself. I was thinking, that could have been me if I spoke up. All right, let's talk about the next girl I fumbled, which was in 10th grade. I was walking to my history or English class, and I was stopped by this girl who I was familiar with. She said, "Your name's Vincent, right? My friend thinks you're cute and wants your Snapchat." So we exchanged information. This girl was also bad. I ain't gonna hold you. This was on a Friday, by the way, when this happened. Keep that in mind. So over the weekend, we texted for a little bit. This girl also just recently broke up with somebody that most of the school knew about. The next Monday, I saw her in the hallway and just walked right past her. I pulled one of those. I don't know what hit me in the head. Genuinely, I don't. I just ghosted her on Snapchat and in real life. Shit is kind of crazy. I chose to do this for a dumbass reason looking back. The guy who she dated, I was somewhat becoming cool with him. I actually had the history class on him I was walking to. And I thought it would be kind of green for me to get on that with the girl, to be honest. I know a lot of people in this situation wouldn't have gave a fuck about that, but I guess at the time, I was following a bro code. But I don't even talk to this guy no more. A couple weeks later, she was posted up with another guy on Snapchat. Dropped the ball, literally. I really chose to fumble the ball. All right, now this next fumble took place post-high school. I forgot exactly who hit each other up first. Me and my ex-girlfriend from 8th grade started hanging out, in a romantic way and shit like that. We were kind of always communicating in high school, even after we broke up in 8th grade. Cause I mean, it gets a fucking 8th grade breakup. That shit don't even count. I don't even know what the fuck we did. But as time went on, she asked the infamous question of, "What are we?" She was like, "Are we girlfriend or boyfriend? What are we doing?" I remember saying or texting her, "I want us to take our time before we make it official."
She said, "Take your time, what's the rush?"
I'm not sure why I said this. What I was waiting for, I couldn't tell you. But this might have been for the best, because one night, she texted me asking her to drop her off at her friend's house. Now, before I took her there, we were talking in my car for a little bit. It ended up being for a while, because I tried to make a move. I tried to make a move on her, and she pretty much shut this shit down overseas. But then she said something very interesting, and I also started noticing that she was high or drunk or whatever. Might have been both. After she denied the box, she started talking about her living situation. She started yapping, saying, "There are so many dudes that wish they were in the same position as you," or in her phone. I was like, okay, what are we talking about? Am I gonna take you to your friend's house or not? Because you denied the box, so what the fuck is we doing? I didn't say this out loud, but I'm sure my face said this. She then said, and I quote, "I have 9 bodies." Can you believe that?
It was one of ours!
Then she said, "Never change. Keep being who you are. Stay yourself." So this girl is flexing on me and giving me motivational quotes at the same time, and just out of the blue telling me how many bodies she has. I didn't ask this question. I didn't. I'm so confused right now. What is going on right now? But like I said, she was under the influence. She was drunk, so she was just yapping. After this soliloquy, I ended up just taking her to her friend's house. Then a couple weeks later, I called her after work because apparently I just ignored the fact that she just told me she had 9 bodies, and I just kind of ignored that whole situation. So, but I called her because I guess I felt comfortable enough to do this, because before this, there was consistent replies and, you know, text messaging. So I was confused genuinely, so I just called her. This phone call was very weird. It seemed as if she was trying to get me off the phone as quick as possible. Like, I'm done talking to this nigga. She told me that she didn't respond to the text that quickly, or took a couple of days to respond because she was sick. And then she said that she's currently at the mall shopping for dresses or some shit like that. So based off that, you already know what's coming next. You already know. You already know. I kid you not, the next day, I looked on my Snapchat. This girl is posted up with a guy, full face, both their faces in the picture. There was a Negro on the story hugged up with her. Now, I really don't know what to call this. Is this really a fumble, or is this just me ignoring red flags for dumbass, ignorant, childish reasons? What y'all think? Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this one, man. Because I can't even really be mad at this outcome. Like, it's just so obvious after me going through this story, revisiting this story again. But I was mad as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. I blocked her on everything. And her sister, I don't know why. I just blocked the whole family for no reason. All right, now let's fast forward to my summer semester of college. This genuinely might be the cringiest one. I'm not gonna hold you. So I was on campus one day, and I told myself, I'm finna get a girl number today, which I did. I seen this girl, low-key cut her off while she was in the middle of walking, and said, hey. Well, I didn't do that lame shit. Well, I don't know how the fuck I look. Maybe I look like that. Who knows? I said, how you doing?
Yo, Jermaine, what's the word?
Or some shit like that. I'm pretty sure I complimented her hair and then asked what you like to eat so we can go out to eat or something. We went on a couple of dates after that. It was going cool. But before we even started seeing each other in person after that first interaction, she explicitly told me, I want to start off as friends. I'm not really looking for a relationship right now. I remember at the time reading this, kind of ignoring it. It went to one ear out the other. No bullshit. After our third date, I noticed that her response time was just genuinely just trash. So I sent her a text. I still have this text. I'm finna read this text. Hey, so are you talking to other guys? Because you just took very long to respond. No. I know we're not together and we really just met, but for me to continue talking or whatever, we gonna
have to change this.
No!
I can't force you to do anything, so if you're not feeling this or what I'm saying, just let me know you can go about your business.
Close the fucking schools. And every time bro, look at this man's face. Bro, whatever state this is in.
Then her response was, hey, I had a busy day yesterday, but it's kind of crazy how you didn't care to ask why I wasn't answering, but you kind of just jumped to the conclusion that I was talking to other guys, which is my business. Blah, blah. I did say I just wanted to hang out as friends right now in the beginning, so it's interesting to see how this played out. However, your delivery in this was trash, so I guess I'll just go about my business overseas. She didn't say overseas, obviously, nigga. I just added that, but yeah. So after this cringe fest that I just read, holy shit, I pretty much agreed that the delivery was trash. And I shouldn't have said that, so I apologize. Then she said, I appreciate the apology, but I'm not really looking for a relationship. And then overseas, the girl was fumbled. My contract expired. I ripped my contract in half. Y'all think I was tweaking in this situation? Comment down below, man. Oh my God. Nah, this is bad. This is the worst one. This is the worst one. All right, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank y'all for watching to the end. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe. It's your boy, VinnydontrunMiles. I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.